Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. So, a few days ago, or maybe all this week, I guess, and for that matter, this entire arc, some of us have said how little events there are. And while, yes, that can be nice to have a little bit of break, even in the arc, and not have crazy ass number of events that you have to do each day. When there's an event store up, that means less loot. And yes, we were getting a lot less loot than we were in previous event store months. Well, be careful what you wish for. Because killed Jem'Hadar, killed Doomsday Worms. Wonderful. Kill Borg. Whatever you want to do or kill for your tickets. Kill Disco Hostiles. And kill Swarms. And then whatever other dailies you like to do, let's say rep grind. Holy shit. Man. It is very annoying that you do things like this. Yes, we wanted more event store loot. The problem is, that's the wrong bucket. The problem is, you pissed around and waited till the end of the arc, so therefore this shit isn't spread out more. We really need to kill this many hostiles, different types of hostiles in a day, just to be at about average for an event store month payout in loot. We shouldn't, but apparently we have to, because otherwise we're not getting any event store loot this month. I do think it's kind of ridiculous. And just to show you that that Voyager bucket was created very recently, thrown together very quickly, because they were shown numbers, and maybe more specifically, Bart the Arc Runner, if I assume his title is correct there. The guy in charge of making all the events and what they pay out and such for the current run here. Ultimate DJs had at least a few conversations with him about not giving enough event store loot. The way DJ described it I think it was Wednesday, I guess. Almost seemed like Bart was dismissive. Almost like he was saying, "Eat my shorts, DJ, there's plenty of event store credit." Ha ha ha, get it? I guess you might have to be old to get that one. But he came around, and as you can see, there's no Voyager meta event here. It was created. Let's go to, and I'm being careful, trying to be careful, because I don't want to show you my Discord, because we're poking fun at some guy in another alliance that we're always beefing with, and apparently he has no idea what the marks actually are, so he's randomly hitting us because he thinks we're marked KOS, and we're actually not. But we're being slightly immature and saying how much of a loser he is. Yes, he's so much of a loser that he doesn't spend so much time in the game as some of us, spending 12 hours a day in this game, eating, sleeping, and breathing Star Trek Fleet Command, and this guy has his actual life. But, however, maybe figure out who your enemies are and how you can actually engage them, or should engage them, before they come smacking you around. Alright, what am I calling your attention to? These are a few of DJ's posts. This is Ultimate DJ's Discord. This is not a Rhino Discord. I'm just showing you things that Ultimate DJ's has posted as, somewhat evidence. And, hey man, go join this Discord. I'm not trying to plug everybody, but there is useful information here. One of these days I may get my own, but I'm going to have to figure that out. Discord can be tricky to use. This is a... And DJs did not post everything that he said, but here's further evidence that this Voyager bucket or meta is new and it was unplanned, except for like 2 days ago. So this is essentially Ultimate DJs thanking Bart for adding this. And yes, we do appreciate that Bart took an extra, what did DJ say? I think DJ says 17 hours, an extra 17 hours to put out more events with more event store loot. All right, let's go back to this game. My problem is, shouldn't have had to. Should not have had to. One, because one thing that happens is you get 2 weeks into the arc and we're all looking around like, where the hell is the event store loot? Yeah, I mean, I thought about doing this as a what was you thinking video, but I don't know. I kind of want to do something else with that, and I don't want to do one with this. It'd be kind of too much of the same thing, but however. But really, come on now. We went 2 weeks, and what did some of us have? 150,000? Now, the larger milestone for, completing so many and so many of these events is very rewarding. A little more rewarding than it usually is, probably because we never had this event, and this event probably should have ran twice. So therefore, it would be more spread out, but, it's not, which is annoying. And we do like the extra Neelix shards, which, again, it's nice, but it wasn't necessary to spend an extra 17 hours making this event and adding this or adding this or just to... Why did you not do this in the first place? It's an event store month. Especially if the only draw this month is going to be the event store and maybe the 2 new officers. That's it. Compared to other months, it's not great, especially if you don't hand out event store currency. Now, I say hand out, but you do want to make events and make people engage with your arc. The problem is now all the engagement is backloaded. I feel like some people are going to be engaging so heavily with these Calm Event Store events. What? Maybe, let's say something, maybe a ratio closer to like 15 hours in the last 3 days of the arc, but 15 hours for the first 17 days. Does that make any sense to anybody? I don't even get the logic there. What? And yeah, I know it really does sound like a what was you thinking video. I really didn't want to do it like that. But I mean, come on now. I'm sure Bart's over there is telling us not to have a cow, man. But, hey, man, we're having cows over here, man. Give us the event store loot. And at the same time, don't make us kill 10 different types of damn hostiles in the last 3 days. That's annoying. Especially on Sundays. And then my grading video is going to be later, but This is the kind of shit that I've been talking about when I go over my events section and the balance. There's no balance here. Okay? It is imbalanced. Is it imbalanced or imbalanced? Imbalanced. Take Thursday, and I mentioned this a little bit on Thursday. Very little Armada events this arc, which is fine because we had that huge summer hunt Dudebob thing. But then you make the Formation Armada event on Thursday, which is also Exchange Armada Day. Oh, and you also have to kill Exchange hostiles. Now, how many other events in the past 2 or 3 days have there been to kill Exchange hostiles? Holy shit. How many times do I gotta go kill Exchange hostiles? Screw that. I want to be done with this Stella. However, it's just me. Alright. Rant over. Dry skin. Itching. Alright, so let's wrap this up here. Yes, we went through 17-ish days of having very little events that paid out event store currency. Now, the last 4 days, I guess, 3 days, 4 days, however, huge uptick, which is good that the people running this game, specifically maybe Bart and maybe his bosses if he needs to get approval, paying attention to what the players are saying and the evidence gathered and making a change. So it is good that they did that. You don't often see that. So it's nice that maybe they're trying to progress a little bit and be a little bit better to their players. But the imbalance is very annoying. Not every player has the ability to engage 10 hours a day with the game. Maybe they can engage 2.5, 3 hours each day with the game because of what their job and or family life requires them to. You can't just throw a shit ton of events at the last 2 or 3 days and be like, here players, play 15 hours a day and you can have all that event store currency that you wanted. To a certain extent, I think they should have just given it to us. Or maybe cut the number of events in this Voyager bucket in half and doubled the rewards. Would have been a little bit better, I think. A little less stressful on some players. Some players have nothing going on this weekend. But that's not everybody. It's not. It's really not everybody. And after you acknowledge that you made a mistake and didn't put enough events with event store currency out there, you shouldn't be making players work. I don't want to say overtime, but we'll call it overtime in this game just to get their normal amount of event store currency. Eat my short, dude. I will have a cow man. Not great there, Mr. Bart. Probably is his real name, and I'm making fun of him for it. However, you know me, I'm getting kind of crazy and say random ass insulting jackastic shit like I do. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Comment below, what are your thoughts on this Voyager bucket? It does pay out a lot of loot, but is it too much in the last few days? Should it have been spread out more? Should have there been less events? However, you guys are good at commenting. Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.